Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time from Sofirn. Now this here is their HS41. Now I was sent this by Sofirn directly. They wanted me to test and review. This light comes in this box. Now the version they sent me here has the SS-20. So let's go ahead and get started here with the specs. Specs there, highest output is 4,000 lumens. Now if you need more time to read these, go ahead and do so. Otherwise pause the screen so we can get moving right along. Let's go ahead and take this out now. Get it open, see what's in. Now this is a complete kit. Comes with everything you need. Now they did say that this can be used as a headlamp. This one here is just too heavy in my opinion. If you do have like maybe a hard hat or something that can balance the weight a little bit better. Otherwise I'm going to be testing it as an angle light. I use those most over headlamps. Here's the user manual. Multi-language. It's got the specs chart there as well. You get one headband here. Now this is a tri-band, so it's going to help balance that weight quite a bit. But the band is comfortable. This says Sofirn on all sides. Nice comfortable material. This here, the rubber is very soft. Shouldn't be too much of an issue here. It's the hard ones that with the weight of the light can really start to bug you. I usually carry them on my shoulder if I'm going to carry them for long periods of time. 2 O-rings. 1 USB to Type-C charging cable. Pretty much all going to that now. Get the light out of here. Now this here is the reminder to take off the protection piece on the battery. So we'll do that later. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the light. There it is. This is a large headlamp. If you do wear it, this is going to be way too heavy for me, even for a short period of time. This would just get too heavy. I usually like wearing the 16-340s or 18-350. Those are ideal in my opinion. A lot of grooves here on the body. Steel bezel on the head, that looks nice. Switch there on the head. 2-way clip, always nice to have those. You can remove this if you don't want it on there. Or if you're going to use the headband, you're going to want to take it off. You might be able to manipulate it to slide over it and still be able to have it on there. This is the charging port there. Good seal on that. Heat sinking on here is thick and deep on that. Look at that. That'll help keep the light cool. You got the grooves here on the body, and you can table stand that if you wish. You can also clip it on your body in a pocket and that'll shoot out. Nice flood beam. Now the style and design on this is nice. I'm not seeing any issues. Nice semi-gloss finish. And the machining and finish on this is very nice as well. I believe this is magnetic, and it is. I want to make sure it's pretty strong. It's going to be able to hold its own weight, even with the curvature of that knife blade. So definitely nice to have that. Hands-free on any metal surface working on a vehicle, select that on there. This does run on a 21700 cell, and it is included. It's a complete kit. So now let's go ahead and take a close look here at the special optics. Now I told you the LEDs earlier, but this is 4 of the SST-20 LEDs. It's going to give a very floody appearance. It's going to be a cool white. Alright, so now let's go ahead and open this up and I'll show you the insides. Tail spring, pretty heavy duty. Grease on the threads there. Yep. Here's the protection piece here. You want to remove this. I'm going to show you the battery that it comes with. This is a 21700 cell, 5000 milliamp. This is a 15 amp cell. There's variations of this cell. Sometimes they're 15 or 20 amp. It just depends, but they rewrap all their cells. They're all OEM cells under here. They just rewrap them. And I've never had any issues with their batteries, so they always take time to actively buy quality cells for their products, which brings better reviews for their flashlights and other things. If you have a bad cell and the flashlight's great, person's not going to know any difference, and they're going to say, man, this thing didn't work. They want to return it because the battery's no good. You're always getting a quality cell with Sofirn. And they've always been budget friendly. So you can use any flat top cell in here. So if you do wear it down, you can buy more Sofirn cells if you want, or you can use any OEM. I prefer you buy OEM. I've been testing out these batteries here lately, Moly cell and EVE cells, and for the price point compared to some of the other ones, they've been doing really well. So they'll be coming up in future videos. Alright, so now let's go over the UI. UI is pretty straightforward. We're going to turn that on, battery level indicator there. That will turn red, start to blink when you get critically low. Click it one time, turns it off. Now you're going to press down and hold. You can do them one at a time, just like that, or you can press down and hold. Once you get it to the light output that you want, stop it there, let off. Take a look here at the beam. Not really much spill. It really tapers off pretty quickly. But the further out that you get here, large hot spot. It's gonna, further out you get, this is gonna be a huge area that it lights up. But the tapering spill, see there, a lot of bleeding from that hot spot, and then just tapers off. Pretty abruptly too. It's pretty typical on these type of lights, especially these special optics, TIR. So really a nice performance on these LEDs. Now on any light level, you can double click to get the highest output. Extremely bright. Yeah. Now the camera dials down quite a bit, so press and hold. We'll go back to the last light output. This does have memory mode. Now if you do want to get the special mode, you're going to triple click, 1, 2, 3, we'll get you strobe. Oh, and that's at the full light output. Wow. And that is a variable speed on the flash, as you can see, and it is very distracting. And click it one time to turn it off. Whew. That is impressive. Now that is the full light output, so definitely going to put some heat on this LED. And now we're going to go ahead and operate it here on turbo. And just to give you guys an idea on how quickly this can heat up on turbo. That's why you always want to operate them on the lower light outputs. Short burst, turbo is fine, no issues there. And go ahead and get a good temperature of this head here. 119 degrees, that short amount of time. So now we're going to try the infrared. See if I can get it here, aim it on the light. $118. Now this has stepped down quite a bit. So now we'll turn this back to the non-infrared here. So 123. And the turbo has stepped down quite a bit. But this is really toasty on the head. Yeah, if I double click again this, there's turbo. See how much brighter that is? This thing is really going to climb up pretty quickly, as you can see. 140, 142, really fast. So operate this not all the time on turbo. It'll run on the other levels just fine, still get really warm. But this thing will get hot and it will cycle back down. But if you turbo it each time, it's going to take longer and longer for it to cycle down, so be careful with that. These can get really toasty. That's all there is to this light. Ooh, still toasty there on there. On the head, yeah. Nice performance, a lot of light output for this. The beam, of course, going to be pure flood just about. Does have a centralized hotspot, as you can see. But further out from the beam, it will turn into a flood beam. Very nice build quality on here. I'm not seeing any issues from Sofirn. They are very budget friendly, which is another huge plus. All right, well, let's take this Sofirn HS41 outside, see how it does in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness with the Sofirn HS41. It's going to be a pure flood beam on this, where it has a headlamp as well, but I'm using it as an angle light. Let's go ahead and get started. Lowest light output there. Good battery power. Let me see if this goes on the lowest light output here. Let me press and hold. There's the absolute lowest light output. Moonlight. Definitely not going to see any more than 2 or 3 feet. Now we'll go back to the lowest level of the UI. There it is on the fence. I'll give you an idea. That's about 15 feet. Not making it to the water spout just yet. Faintly with my eyes, but not enough for the camera. Alright, we're going to go to the next level here, see how it does. Nice little jump. Very nice floody beam. And it is faintly making 138 feet there. Impressive. water spout, 38 feet. Got a plane going over my head here. 65 feet there to that tree. There it is on the fence, kind of give you an idea. Got a pretty decent spill area. Let's go to the next level here, see how it does. Nice even spacing. Now it's making that tree of life even better. Yeah, this is doing very nice. Got a spill area out to the side that's pretty decent. And let's go ahead and do turbo from here. I believe this is a light level on the highest there, so let's go ahead and do turbo here. Wow. Nice. Imagine this on your head, easily seeing across the park. Now 1500 lumens, this is going to do perfectly fine. You can see easily a couple hundred feet, but this 4000 lumens for a short burst, and it does get really toasty. Yeah, but it will cycle down. You can use turbo more than once. It's starting to cycle down now. We'll go ahead and turn it back up one more time. There's the highest output again. We'll end it up over here. And it should start to cycle down to 1500 lumens. There it goes. Yeah, that's plenty of light. Nice. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. This thing did very well. It is relatively compact, easy to carry this as an angle light. The only issue, it's not really a con, but to me, this for a headlamp is just too heavy for me, in my personal opinion. Everybody has their own, but to me, the smaller version of this, somehow, if it was available, but because these LEDs are power hungry, it's probably not feasible. But in any case, the performance on this was very nice. The build quality, very nice. No issues with Sofirn. They make some of the best lights out there on the market. And again, the budget war is still going on, lingering. More and more people are getting involved in it, which is nice, because then it becomes a huge battle over your money, and you get to pick and choose. This one here, if you're looking for an angle light, something that's super powerful, 4000 lumens is just an insane amount of light. Now, it drops down to 1500 to 1000 lumens. That's still a huge amount of light for this, and it's going to have really good run time, and the heat is not going to be, you know, getting real toasty there, burning you. On turbo, this will cycle down due to heat, but you can activate it when you need to. I would just use it for short bursts, activate it, see what you got to see. Okay, there's nothing there, and then put it back down to the other light level that you had it would be best. Do not keep running it over and over and over on turbo, because this thing will get extremely hot, as you can see in those measurements on the temperature. The Type-C charging system, always a huge plus. That's going to give you 1 amp, I think 1.5 to 1 amp charging, so it should get you charged up pretty quickly, but you don't have to worry about that. You can run another 21700 cell, flat top cell right in there. unprotected, you're going to be good to go. No issues there. This does run only on unprotected cells, so protection's already built into the light when charging, so that's always nice to know. Well, I want to thank Sofirn for sending me this HS41 to review. Now, if this is something you're interested in getting, you need a headlamp or a hands-free magnetic light or an angle light, I will leave a link down in the description where you can get this. Also working on a special discount code. If I do get that, it'll be there with it as well, just in case you're interested in getting it. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thanks button. Donate to my channel if you wish. Every little bit helps. I appreciate it. Otherwise, please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these lights from Sofirn to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care. Well, let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness.